Go.
All right, thanks. Hi, my name is Rich Salz. I'm here to talk about QuicTLS. This is a fork of OpenSSL. We want to eventually turn it into an Akamai, to an Apache project. Yeah, tell you what it's about, and looking for possibly volunteers, people who want to join and help. I will be less than the time I have available.
Let him slide.
Okay, so why are we doing this? For the past year plus, OpenSSL has been doing QUIC. We don't want to implement QUIC. It's moving very, very quickly, as it were. And instead, we want to enable other QUIC implementations to use an OpenSSL-based stack. Google's QUIC uses it. Microsoft's QUIC, which is MS QUIC, both of those are on GitHub. There's also NGTCP, also uses this one set of APIs. So we want to provide that set of APIs. We offered it to OpenSSL. They were in the middle of doing their first FIPS release, so they decided to wait. They decided to wait, and then after about a year, they said, no, we're going to do our own QUIC implementation. So we felt a little put off by that, but anyhow, we want to enable QUIC. The other point is they're spending a lot of resources on doing that. There's more to cryptography and TLS than just QUIC. So we want to implement these other things that are also there. They do have a project to do post-quantum crypto. We're also doing it. We're collaborating with other forks and so on. Finally, we want to use a modern code base. OpenSSL, LibreSSL, BoringSSL, QuicTLS, they're all written in C. If you're going to start from scratch, not the language you would do something in, you might use Rust or Go or something like that's more memory safe. But we have this installed base that we want to enable. So we're using C99 and POSIX for our base. QuicTLS has been around for a while. It's been around for about 4 years. It was originally a project between Microsoft and Akamai. What we did is we ported the classic or the standard Google API to enable QUIC. It was the de facto QUIC packages. It was not a standard. It was just everybody used it because Google came up with a set of 12 functions, and all the other QUIC stacks started to move to that. It tracked 1.1 and 3.x releases very regularly. 1.1 is now out of support, so it's sort of frozen. And we stopped doing it with OpenSSL 3.1.7, which is about 2 years out of date. We had preliminary patches, but we never released them. OpenSSL is about to release, hopefully next month, 3.5, so it's behind. Now what we're doing is we've made it a full fork. We didn't want to, we had to. We pulled down security fixes and other changes from OpenSSL. They're all Apache licensed. I did the work to make OpenSSL Apache licensed. A key goal from Akamai's point of view, and which will always be, is that the OpenSSL FIPS provider will still work. So if you want to do TLS and be FIPS compliant, FIPS 142, 140-142, 140-3, it'll all still work. We will do regression tests and make sure that that works. We're also removing silly things. For example, one of the OpenSSL developers really likes VMS. He's otherwise a nice guy in spite of that, but he really likes VMS. So we removed VMS support, and that was about 20,000 lines of code, cut and pasted in all these bizarre places. Yeah, it's yes, you're laughing. We removed a whole bunch of other old platforms, Borland C, things like that. We removed about 12 configuration options so that it's a lot simpler and easier to configure. For example, you can't turn off elliptic curve and you can't turn off TLS 1.3. I mean, the whole point of using a TLS stack is you want to be current, you want to be secure, so we don't have this unencumbered by an installed base concept. We're addressing performance. OpenSSL 3, when it first came out, was amazingly not performant. So much so that HA Proxy and Nginx said we can't use this because it was just the more threads you got, the slower it got. So there's a number of performance changes we want to make. We also have close collaboration with the other projects. LibreSSL, which came out after Heartbleed and was a fork in anger, if you will. They said, no, we're going to use, we work closely with them. They've actually contributed. A guy named Theo Bueller reviews many of the pull requests that we make and so on. Also, we are close collaborations with Boring. So, for example, when we do post-quantum, we're just going to pick up the Google code rather than the OpenSSL code. Upcoming changes. We want to move to, you can't build OpenSSL without using Perl. It's amazing. It builds this whole big, huge makefile, which is impenetrable. We're converting to use CMake, which is a big win. There's a bunch of interesting changes we have to work on to do that, but we're using CMake. We are going to add post-quantum crypto. We'll have it before OpenSSL comes out with their release. But then if you want post-quantum FIPS, you can use the OpenSSL provider. We'll probably look at Clang Tidy, running that over the whole system so we get consistent formatting and get static analysis. We'll also do encrypted client hello, which is a way of hiding from the network who you're talking to, so that you can't do tracking based on what's called the SNI extension, server name extension. There's other things we want to do too. We have about 24 issues open. We're trying to do everything on GitHub and public. So we need you. We're looking for people to help contribute to the code. As I said, we want to make it an Apache project, so we need to build up a community of developers. If you're interested in just Apache governance and working on that, we can do that. If you can write codes or comment or look at codes or comment or documentation, we can also take that. Sorry about moving this. The two links here, QuicTLS, it's on GitHub. There's a QuicTLS OpenSSL. There's a README that says don't use this one, go use the other one. There's a mailing list for people interested in talking about how the project will be set up. Or you can get in touch with me. I'll be around here for most of the morning, at least until the t-shirt's open and I can claim my t-shirt. Or you can just email me. I'm happy to take questions, comments, or that's it.